Which health policy should I go for during this pandemic? Every single policy that covers inpatient hospitalization covers COVID-19. Having said, let me reiterate what I have said earlier. There is no 1 best health insurance plan. What matters is what you want and how far that requirement is fulfilled. One dress will not fit everyone. Same case with insurance policy. Sometimes budget may be limited, so one needs to figure which policy will be optimal. Someone might like to go for a high sum insured policy as they can afford. Having said that, I would advise to consider the following factors before one decides taking a policy. Sum insured. At the minimum, each person should be covered for at least Rs. 3. Locks. Why? Consider a worst-case scenario where a person gets hospitalized twice in a year, with a sum insured of even Rs. 2. Locks. It might fall short of meeting your hospitalization expenses plus other expenses related to the treatment. Hence this recommendation. 2. Take an individual policy where family members can be covered with individual sum insured rather than on a floater basis. 3. Other factors to consider. A. Almost all health policies provide a common cover, hospitalization or inpatient expenses that include room rent, nursing expenses, anesthetist expenses, medicines and like. B. Check if there are any sub-limits or not for specific treatments, diseases. Also for room rent. C. If there are limits on room rent, be careful. Why? Because, if the policyholder takes a room that is charged at Rs. 2,000 per days, when the eligibility is Rs. 1,000, then the claim payable for cost incurred for treatment, excluding medicines, will be reduced in proportion. In this case, as the eligibility is Rs. 1,000 but the insured took a Rs. 2,000 room, even though the balance was being paid by the policyholder, and if the overall payable cost excluding medicines comes to Rs. 50,000, then the policyholder will be given only Rs. 25,000. D. Pre- and post-hospitalization expenses, provided by almost all companies varying from 30 days to 120 days. E. Restoration recharge reinstatement of sum insured. There are some finer points surrounding this. Some companies restore the sum insured to its base amount once the sum insured is exhausted. Some others, after the payment of a claim, bring back the sum insured to its original base levels policy as of Rs. 5. Locks. Claim as Rs. 2 o'clock locks. They automatically enhance the sum insured to 5. Locks. All this automatically done with payment of additional premium, but then there are conditions. Some companies will affect the reinstatement once the original sum insured is exhausted or is about to get exhausted. There are companies which tell that if the recharged sum insured cannot be used for the same treatment, should that happen, within the same year. F. Ambulance charges, starts from Rs. 1,500 onwards. G. Health checkup. Most of the companies provide it every claim-free 4 years. Some give it every year regardless of claims. H. Second opinion, whether it will be paid or not. I. No claim bonus. Many companies provide a 20% enhancement of sum insured in the following year provided there is no claim in the previous year. This is done at no extra cost. Tata AIG and their Medicare and Medicare Premier provide 50% NCB. So, in the 4th year of the policy, a policy that was taken for Rs. 5. Locks will have a sum insured of Rs. 10. Locks for the same premium provided the insured has not moved between age bands in the 4th year of renewal. Religar Health Insurance provides for Super NCB, wherein on payment of additional premium, the sum insured is enhanced by 50% each in the 1st and 2nd year of renewal, and in the subsequent 3 years sum insured is enhanced by 10%. Sum insured enhancement is always on the base sum insured on all policies. J. Compassionate travel, whether it will be paid or not. K. Consumables, whether it will be paid or not. There have been claims, especially relating to COVID-19 treatment, where expenses on consumables itself have come to more than Rs. 3. Locks. Tata AIG's health policy is one of the few policies that covers consumables. All companies are supposed to cover COVID-19 cases. Go for whichever fulfills your needs.